In our previous class, we have discussed about sets, subsets, intervals, and continuity of the intervals, functions, what do you mean by plane curves, and different equations of the plane curves, so that is the equation of straight lines, so equation of circles, so equations of parabola, equations of hyperbola, and so on we have discussed. Now we shall discuss how to find the equation of tangents for a given point at a point on the curve. Say if x1, y1 is a point on the given curve y is equal to fx, then to obtain the equation of the tangent, we'll be writing x into x1 and y into y1 in place of x square and y square, and also we replace x plus x1 in place of 2x and y plus y1 in place of 2y and simplify to obtain the result in the form of equation of tangents. That is, suppose if you want to find out equation of tangent for a circle x square plus y square is equal to 9, say at the point 3, 3. So the point must lie in the curve. So the given curve is say x square plus y square is equal to 9, and if you take the point 3, 3, you may note that 3 square is 9 and 3 square is 9 again, so 9 plus 9 is equal to 18, which is not satisfies the equation. So we need to take the point as 2 and root 5. Suppose x is equal to 2 and y is equal to root 5, and then the point 2 root 5, 2 comma root 5 satisfies the given equation x square plus y square is equal to 9. That is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to root 5 satisfies the equation x square plus y square is equal to 9. So the point 2 root 5 lies on the curve x square plus y square is equal to 9. In this case, we replace x square by 2x and y square by root 5y, and then we obtain the equation of the tangent as 2x plus 5 root 5y is equal to 9 as the equation of the tangent. So to find the equation of the tangent in a simplified form, we replace x square by x into x1, y square by y into y1, and x by x plus x1 divided by 2, y by y plus y1 divided by 2. There is another method, or there is another form where we can find the equation of the tangent to the given curve y is equal to fx. That is, we find dy by dx for the curve at the point say x1, y1, and then solve the equation y minus y1 is equal to dy by dx at x1, y1 into x minus x1. This gives the equation of the curve. For the equation of the normals, we know that normal is a straight line perpendicular to the tangent line. So the equation of the normal to the given curve is obtained by the equation y minus y1 is equal to minus dx by dy at x1, y1 into x minus x1. In other words, the slope of the normal is minus dx by dy and the slope of the tangent is dy by dx. So we need to remember these points and we need to find out the tangents and normals. As we are discussing about only the preliminaries required for the further discussions, we need also to concentrate on properties of definite integrals. While integrating, we need these properties of definite integrals. The first property is when we can invert the limits, that is integration from a to b fx dx is equal to minus integration from b to a fx dx. And similarly the other one is the very important rule, that is integration from a to b fx dx is equal to integration from a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. And then these two are the rules for integrating even and odd functions. And integration of an odd function over the symmetric interval is 0, and integration of even function over the symmetric interval is 2 times integration of the function over the half of the interval. Then we have the fundamental theorem of calculus. Then these are the value of some integrals. How to find the value of the integrals. We also need trigonometric formulas, that is trigonometric formulas converting product of angles into sum of the angles, that is cos A into cos B is equal to 1 by 2 times cos A plus B minus cos A minus B. Sin A into sin B is equal to 1 by 2 into bracket sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Cos A into sin B is equal to 1 by 2 into bracket sin A minus B minus sin A plus B, and so on, sin A into sin B and all those things. And the actual syllabus starts from this one, polar coordinates. We have already discussed about the rectangular coordinates, that is along x-axis and y-axis, and probably we need another important coordinates that describes the plane coordinates. Those are polar coordinates. So polar coordinates describes the position of a point with respect to a fixed point and a fixed horizontal line. The fixed horizontal line is called as initial line. It is a line, horizontal line, fixed line. It is called as initial line. And the starting point of the initial line is called as pole, and it is a fixed point of the line. So we have pole, the initial point of the horizontal line. It is a fixed point, and from that point there is a horizontal line which we call it as initial line. And the coordinates of the point P are r and theta, where r denotes the shortest distance from the point P, arbitrary point P, to the fixed point pole, and theta denotes the angle between the initial line and the radius vector. Of course, we can draw the picture of this one. So let us take a small line, and so let us this be a point P, and a line, the shortest distance between P and this fixed point, the fixed point we write it, and the line connecting these two, the straight line, it is called as R. So this angle taken in the positive direction, this we write it as theta.